Hi, and a very good evening to all my lovely friends. This is Marisha Parekh, CEO at the Wedding School, saying a very big hello to all my friends right here on Instagram and on Facebook, on my page as well as the page of the Wedding School. Hi, Zeel is here. Zeel, hi. Zeel has been really instrumental in making me look right last year, and I'm going to miss you, Zeel. And great ideator and a wonderful talent, and somebody who's really helped shape up the way the wedding school was able to connect with one and all, not just in Mumbai, but to various cities across the country. Saloni is here as well. She says all the love and support to you. Thank you. I really need that. Kushal is here. Laddu. Priyanka is here. Hi everyone. Shruti is here. Hamari Bahu Rani. How are you doing, Shruti? I hope Shadol is treating you well. And I equally hope you're missing Swaha. You have a special connect with the alphabet S. Whether it was your favorite client, Sultania, whether it is the company you work for, Swaha, whether it's the city you belong to, Shadol, or whether it is your name indeed. And I hope you're going to always find something remarkable and special about that word, the alphabet S. Omkar is here. Hi, hi. Good to see you guys here, really. Mansi and everyone else, I'm going to quickly see names. Kushal is saying excited. Kushal, I'm equally excited. And I think your excitement probably stems from the fact that today we've taken the topic of creators of the big day. And I think we all feel very much in sync with that thought. And we instantly connect to the fact that everyone who belongs to the wedding industry, in a way, does play a role, sometimes major and sometimes minor role, in shaping up somebody's day, in being claimed and called the creator of the big day. I think as time passes by, weddings are becoming more and more fashionable, and I can just see that it's probably something that's always and constantly going to keep trending. So the creators who got into this business of weddings, probably it was the right move at the right time. And for those who are just stepping into it, I think it is a great move, yet at the right time. Weddings are never going to be out of fashion, and therefore those who have stepped into this space will understand what I say, because you've seen the madness. And I was always very concerned that the next generation is probably wanting to use their money and the wealth for various other reasons besides wanting a lavish wedding. But I'm very glad that the new generation has proved me wrong. And good thinking, I'd say, good decision, because why not, when you have something at your disposal and when you know that it's not just the big day, it is the biggest day, not just for you, but for your family, your loved ones, and therefore it is so important to make that special. And if you want to make anything special, you have to spend money. So yeah. Vis is here with us on Facebook. Great going, Marie. Thank you, Vis. And I hope your acting assignments are going to start pouring in now that the city has opened up and now that opportunities have started pouring in and bouncing back. And I really wish you the very best. And hang in there, Vis. We haven't caught up for a long time. Saying a big hello to Shruti, one of our ex-students at the wedding school. And we've had a wonderful journey with Shruti. In fact, I have too many Shrutis in my life currently. So I will address her specifically as Shruti Lahoti, a great student of ours who belongs to the city of Nagpur. She relocated to Mumbai. I think she did her event management course from NAEMD. Then she enrolled with us at the wedding school 2 years back. and I think then she went on to work with one of the hospitality logistics companies based out of Mumbai. She traveled a lot, and lockdown got us reconnected. She helped us with the wedding school last year, and currently she is working with weddestinations.com. She's also become a blogger, and I think that is so cool to take your passion forward, your love for weddings forward in different aspects. I've always told this to Generation Next, my students, and to the young who want to get into this space. You have to understand that today the Indian wedding industry is beyond wedding planning. When you say you want to become a part of the industry, you have multiple opportunities, career options that you must look at and you must explore. You must understand what is your USP and then pick and choose, because there are various roles that we can offer you as an industry. You need to understand what you are really good at. You need to understand what is it that you're finding very different. You need to understand what could be in demand in the future and accordingly make a choice, because I do believe a career move needs to be one that's going to last you at least for a decade. In our parents' times, it would have lasted for a lifetime, but I think that's so not the new gen. So a decade is the least one should be looking at. Anything shorter than that is masti mein kiya hua kamal, which is very temporary dhamal. So don't go for that. You're not going to gain anything other than make some temporary friends, travel to good locations, but beyond that, what? Always look out to set out to do something that the world, that the industry, that the people around you should always respect you, should always remember you for. Don't just be yet another player who came and went. So, I mean, that's really the way I look at things. Harshad is here. Hi, Harshad. Hope Pune is good. Yaar, Mumbai mein bahut garmi hai. I hope Pune is not suffering as much as we are. So quickly, everyone, just write into me on Facebook and on Insta and tell me how many of us have watched that show on Netflix, The Big Day. Deepak is here. Hi, Deepak. Hi, Deepika. Payal is writing, I can't imagine how the weddings of my generation will be like. Payal, don't worry. Your generation is getting married as we speak. In fact, there's just something beautiful that we have lined up for our new course, which is we are trying to cater to so many girls out there who always have to make a choice like shadi ya career. We have come up with a solution at the wedding school, and we are happy to tell you it should be shadi mein career. So go for it, Payal, and don't worry, your wedding will be planned out as beautifully, but right now you need to focus on planning the weddings of girls and boys of your generation, because everyone's always constantly looking for a young team member to work on their project, because the younger you are, the newer you are, the fresher are your ideas, you're fearless, and you don't know what is right and wrong. You just know what is exciting. And I think I'm always looking out for those kind of team members as a wedding planner. So there's great scope for all of you. Dhwani Doshi is here. What is me? What do you mean, Dhwani? Shadi or career? That line connected with you, I think. So Dhwani has watched this show. And Shruti is writing in, totally agree with you, Payal. Shruti, hope you're doing well. God, yeah, that's one more Shruti getting added there. Indian School of Media has joined us and waving. Yes, I wave back to you. Natasha is here. Wow, Natasha ko time mil gaya. I thought Natasha has just submerged herself into decor, the favorite department that she loves to work in. And Pushan is here. Toral is here. Pushan, I have a splendid connect with you, and I'm so glad that we're keeping that alive over here. Dhwani, you watched The Big Day, my darling. I'm fearing you watched it in repeat and repeat and repeat. Saurabh is here. Hi, Saurabh. Saurabh, tell me, have you watched this show? I think cinematically, I could have genuinely imagined you to have done a splendid job had one of your weddings got featured here. Saurabh is a great photographer, and he's just done some amazing work in Udaipur recently for a client actually known to me, and I think there was a great capture there, and I love your photographs always, Saurabh. I'm very curious to know what you have to say about the show. Shreya is here. Hi, I'm waving back at all of you. Janu Bhatia. Shruti's writing, hi ma'am, so happy and excited to see you. I'm equally excited. Don't make me cry. That's all I'm going to tell you. Harsh is standing next to me and laughing. Okay. So, talking about the creators of the big day, I think today my session live, as I have lots and lots of those who are in fact actively looking at the wedding school as a medium of stepping into the wedding industry. I'm dedicating this special segment of mine of 20 minutes to actually those who are indeed the creators of the big day. Now, don't get me wrong, I did see the show. I watched a couple of episodes. It was a good show. It is beautifully capturing certain aspects, and I'm going to stress on the word certain, because anyone who belongs to this industry can really mention this, and I'm not going to be at all reluctant to let you know that it only captures a certain aspect of what Indian weddings is about, of what is the turmoil that everyone goes through. Very weirdly, what I had not appreciated in the show, the little bit that I could capture and watch is they just made every bride look so painful. I understand today's generation, the girls are very demanding. They are extremely awestruck by what they see on Instagram. They are never living the live moment. They are always keen on the captured moment. And I'm not passing any judgment. If that is the way we are all leading our lives today, so be it. But I did not like the portrayal of all the brides who are coming across as very difficult people, a little monstrous in their attitude. I also didn't like the fact that the planner somehow didn't have anything to do. Aisa lag raha tha, the bride and the decor team worked on their own on everything. So that is pretty much a hilarious, unrealistic way of looking at it. But of course, I think every director, every creative person is free to have their own take on how they look at Indian weddings, and probably that was the take of the creators. For me, genuinely, the creators of the big day, as one, I would like to say that it is not just that. It is not just about a bride's dreams. Trust me, Indian weddings and Indian families don't allow that luxury to all. Even today, maximum, and if I have to say this in percentage, 70% weddings still take place, keeping in mind the sentiments of the parents, grandparents, uncles and aunties, who are not treated as uncles and aunties. In nuclear family, we would address our parents' siblings as uncle and aunties. They are called Bade Papa, Chote Papa, so they have an equal say. The show probably focused on the 30% where the bride and groom decide things and the parents are just helplessly smiling or smirking. Kar lo beta, tumhara din hai, tumhari shaadi hai, tum kar lo. That also, by the way, happens more when the wedding is of a limited budget. It of course gets captured beautifully. When the spend on artists, frills, food, decor, destination is restricted, when your guest list is limited, is when you will see a more stronger play and involvement of a bride and groom. So for me, the show was largely focused trying to appeal and trying to cater and connect with that 30%. I think a fair portrayal of weddings is yet to happen. I see that Deepak has already written over here. This show reminded me of Shaadi Ki Taiyariyan. I know, Deepak, you had shared a great concept with me. I have also probably looked at something like that. in an interesting format. Hopefully that comes through, but you really can't say. I'm just having some issues on my network, so I'm just going to switch to my mobile network and get out of Wi-Fi so that Shrenik is here. Hi Shrenik, oh my god, good to see you. You will not believe I was discussing you with a common friend of mine, and you also happen to know that person. And okay, I can fairly say, Shrenik, that this morning only I was just thinking, I hope you're doing well. And I hope for those who were not getting a clear vision of me, I hope I'm not blur anymore. Saurabh is saying you will be watching the show maybe this weekend. You must. I think it's a good show. It's a different take, and we don't necessarily need to agree with what we see. But I think Made in Heaven was, now I find Made in Heaven more realistic. Back then I had not liked the way they also projected wedding planners as divas holding wine glasses and just having nothing to do with what's going on. That's not, again, planner's job. A planner is so engrossed and so lost. We hardly get time to change our attire. We may pack our bags as per the themes that we have suggested for a client. We hardly get time for it. So I think for a more realistic understanding on who are really the true creators of the big day, it is definitely a whole lot of people coming together, and it could be you. You could be the creator. I'm very excited that we are already in the midst of admissions for our new course, which commences in May, 21st May. That's the date that we are looking at. We've introduced a short-term course this year. We are going to come up with our main course, as always, in the month of July, which is going to be an online and an offline course. I'm not just sticking to offline. I know COVID is going to be out of our lives by July, but I still want to continue doing my online course because I think the online space helped me connect with so many amazing talent, so many of my students belonging to different cities out of Mumbai who cannot travel to Mumbai just to study with the wedding school or for a couple of months. So I'm never going to stop that journey of online. I hope not to. But the May course is going to be a short-term course. It's largely meant for the ones who are just getting done with their studies or the academics of that particular year. It's also meant for those who are unsure if they are cut out for weddings. It's a great course to take up for you to actually understand what all does weddings involve, how is it that you can be playing a part in it, and who are really the true creators of the big day. So for me, the true creator of the big day first starts with a planner. And I'm not saying this because I'm a wedding planner. I'm genuinely saying this because I have come to understand that anything, whether it's to do with destinations, whether it's to do with the team you hire for photography, videography, whether it's makeup, whether it's catering, there is one person who can be called the soul of that particular project, and that ends up becoming the planner, who's actually going to hold everyone together, who's going to bind them, because we are the ones who are connected with the family for the longest period of time. Sometimes 3 months, sometimes 6 months, sometimes 9 months, and in cases of elaborate weddings, it also goes as long back as 12 months. Now, I believe that the first creator of any magical wedding is first the planner. It's his or her vision first that needs to be put on the table. Then, and that is the only way I have discovered brides and grooms are able to better identify what is it that they want for the wedding. I have met so many of my clients who are very unclear. They are cluttered with thoughts. They have seen it all, but too much of information can only confuse you. So a true creator is the one who is going to understand the bride and groom, the sensibilities of the family, and put a beautiful dream on table, and then shape it and mold it to suit the sensibilities of the couple, to appeal to the demands of the parents and also bring in a little bit of her style or his style into that particular piece of work, because then that becomes a signature work. So for me, the first creator of the big day is definitely the planner. I think for me, the second most important aspect, and here it kind of differs, but for me, it is the agency or my partner who's going to work on the decor. For me, what I have visualized a certain event to look like can only come to life if I have the right team supporting me, not putting down an idea just because they seem to have another setup which is already ready for convenience, but somebody who's going to really put in their heart and soul and help me bring alive a certain creation. So for me, the designer or the decor team becomes the second creator. The third one for me is a space which I am still waiting for the next gen to fill up, and that is entertainment curation, the curator for the shows. I'm not talking about a showrunner. I am actually talking about someone who can understand what is it that will blend and gel well with the themes, with the destination, and therefore let's design the evening to entertain, engage, and create experiences for the family, for the bride and groom, which go beyond a singer standing on stage, a band that's just set up. So entertainment curation for me becomes the third aspect, and that curator for me is a very, very important creator of the big day. And of course, for me, another very important aspect is the one who can be said as the capturer of the moment, and in some aspects, he or she becomes the creator as well. And that's the team that is filming that particular wedding. That for me becomes the fourth pillar, the fourth creator. First, a capturer, he needs to understand the vision of a planner and the dreams of the bride and groom. He then needs to have his or her own style of creating a film. I'm waiting to work with teams who know what the film needs to look like and therefore backplan their shots, understanding, because nothing is a surprise for me, right? Because I planned the wedding. So it'll be a great idea if the filmmaking teams had to spend more time with the planners, because we have planned it. So believe us when we tell you that this is going to happen, it is going to happen. The one part that gets created is again thanks to the planning team, which is the magical tears rolling down, the bride's eyes or the mother. It's the shyness or the bride blushing. It's the groom going crazy when his friends force him for a drink. Those are the at the right time. Had the right track not played, had I not known what is the bride's favorite song or which friend of hers is the most special, who's going to, get a reaction out of her, I would not have been able to direct it for you to capture the so-called candid moment. So as a capturer, I feel you become my fourth creator, where I'm hoping that they're going to get into that space and co-create magical, wonderful films. I already love the work of most of the people in India. I think we've really evolved over time. I think a little more synergy between us will definitely help the end product a little more. And I think a little more variation in the style of delivery. Because I feel so many times amazing moments get captured, but they never hit the edit table. Because there's just so much of data that you guys have. So yeah, I think being a little, conservative in what you capture, so that there is lesser for you to review and more for you to put in that film, I think that will become magical. And for me, guys, these are the creators of the big day. And if you want to become one of them, it's a great idea to educate yourself. Nothing can help you besides education as far as your dream of wanting to become a part of the Indian wedding industry. Today, education is a mandate. Education is the only way you can network and reach out to the right kind of people and players whom you aspire to work with. There are dime a dozen planning, decor teams, catering houses, DJs, anchors. You have, everyone is around. But I'm hoping you're the one who wants to be nothing but the best. And if you want to do that, you have to invest. Invest time, invest money, learn it through the right people, learn the right approach, learn a futuristic approach, because you can't be competing with me. You should be wanting to set a new standard so that the next person entering the industry is aspiring to be in your space. So dream big, think big, and want nothing but the best for yourself. And if you want a great career, that's the least you got to do, which is invest. Become a creator, and that's really how it's going to work out. Invest in yourself so that you learn the right things from the right people. And I think the best part about the wedding school is that with this course, which begins on the 21st of May, we're very clear that this is going to be a live online platform, no pre-recorded sessions, because I just don't think that's the way I can teach weddings ever. So it's interactive. Our students of last batch really had a good time. We've helped them reach out to companies as well. And I do see some of my ex-students over here as well, Mansi, Mitali. Hi guys, good to have you around. Okay, my whole other world is saying hello. Hello to you as well. Yeah, I've got Kshitija also over here. Hey Kshitija, hope you're doing well. And I'm waving back to everyone over here. Somebody's waved out like 4 times. Yeah, I'm sorry, I did not take some names in between. But the point being that you must give in that kind of time, and you must look at yourself becoming the kind of leader that you want everyone to look up to, a creator that you think is going to help in terms of creating a space, a signature space for which a client loves you, a client wants you back to handle the next project. For me, it's never about one project. Shainik, hi again. Akriti is here. Hi. Hello, hello. How you doing? Shainik's written, you are a true creator. Thank you. That's a huge compliment, and I take it really well. I think I've really strived very hard. I've stayed very focused to make sure that nothing in this world can distract me from being nothing but the best. Because when you have a client, when you have a bride who's investing her time in you, her money in you, she's relying on you to make the big day, the biggest day. I think the least I can do is have a focus of 120% to make sure that I am not just fulfilling her dreams, but able to create moments that she had never imagined would have been a part of her D-Day. So I think we have managed to do that now for over a decade. And I feel so excited when I see that my ex-students are either working in some companies, some of them have in fact even got married and continue to stay and continue to work on. Some of them have actually explored the enterprising side. I think we have had in the last 3 years, I think we have had around 8 students who have started their own organizations, their own wedding planning or decor companies. I think as the CEO of the wedding school, as someone who is here to mentor the next gen, I feel extremely excited that I've been able to give them that kind of training, the learning, the exposure, and also help them understand whether they are right for it or not, or is this the best time for them. Just yesterday, in fact, I had one of my students who called me, who was very keen to come to Mumbai and take up the specialized course. We offer a specialized course where we only teach you how to run your organization as a wedding planner, where we teach you nitty-gritties of what should the logo be designed like, how do you run the operations, how do you actually look out for talent, manage HR, etc., etc., etc. And I think I was so candid to tell her that this is yet not the time for her, and she probably needs to gain a little more experience, read up a lot more, and give it at least a year and a half before she can even think of moving to Mumbai. So I really feel that, you know, as educators, we have to be very, very honest to the profession that we have chosen, because the youngsters depend on us, they rely on us, they have faith in us. So you have to think beyond your gains. You have to look at what is right for that particular child and student, because there's no one better than you to guide them at this moment. Their exposure and their contact is limited to you, and you have to play this role very, very responsibly. When we started on our journey at the wedding school, education for us was in order to improve the professionalism that we have in our industry. The idea was that clients should respect our team members more and more, because you tend to take wedding planning teams for granted, thinking ye wo, you know, event wale hai, and they demean what we can do. I think this has brought a lot of respect, recognition, acceptance. It has changed the confidence of a youngster who gets into the wedding space. So it's a great win-win for us as an industry, and I feel very, very proud that it's just not me today. We have, I think, around 4 institutes pan-India. I know it's a small number, okay, but it's still there, okay? And all institutes doing a great job of giving time. I remember I was traveling to Delhi last weekend for an event, and it was such a beautiful coincidence that we had students from another institute, Wedding Management Institute, WMI, who were there. There was the founder of Touchwood Wedding School who was there, and then there was the founder of Rachna Utsav, which is an event management institute from Hyderabad, and then there was me. So it felt really good, you know, and a wonderful, adorable moment where we had everyone who was passionate about teaching all under one roof, and it was really adorable. So yeah, I love connecting with all of you guys, and I hope you finally discovered who is the true creator. And if you've not seen the show, please see it. But please believe me, not all brides they all have aspirations, but there are sweet, gentle brides as well. There are those brides who listen to us as well. And I think I have got disconnected from... Okay, I am going to quickly sign off because I think I got disconnected from Insta. And Kiran, you are here. Hello, hello to you. So like I was saying, everyone who's not watched the show must go and check it out and know it for pure entertainment value. And if you want to know the real picture of weddings, you must contact us at the wedding school. Okay, going to sign off now. I'm loving Thursdays. It's giving me a break from Friday, and of course tomorrow I have a very big day. I have a performance at a Sangeet for my very dear friend Megha Israni. So I'm really looking forward to shaking a leg and having some fun with my friends from the wedding fraternity. I'm going to sign off, and good luck everyone. Have a great week ahead, and I will see you next week. And for those of you, of course, who are here considering and looking at the wedding school, you know where to DM us, and we'll be happy to stay in touch with you. Until then, dream big and always want to be nothing but the best creator for the big day. Ta-da, see you, goodbye.